let me go over staking length, right? So the the place where you get the most amount of bang for your buck is when you stake out over 10 years. This is something like this. 3,650 days. This is a maxed out stake length. So this is like a 10-year stake will get you 1.1 t-shirts. That is a really good amount, but it is 10 years away. So the reason I tell for the most times, I think most people should have some sort of a ladder where it starts from maybe 3 to 10 or 3 to 13 years from now. At that point it's personal preference if you want to do a 555, which is the max length stakeout. But from a 10-year stake gives you the maximum amount of bonuses. So you get the longer pays better bonus, you get bigger pays better, and then the all that extra time, 10 years of 360 3,650 days of just every single day earning a little bit of yield. So just to show you what kind of yield that is, right? Let's just say you did a 10-year stake like this, right? 1.132 yields, right? Let's just say the average yield on that that's a kind of not guaranteed but pretty solid would be something like 6 hex per t-shirt. You're earning about 6.7 hex per day on that times three, basically 10 years. You're talking about 24,790 extra hex. That's like the baseline return, not including all the emergency unstakes and everything else like that. So it's very much likely that it could be something like 2 to 3 times more than that. So I'll do 2.5 times. So this 10,000 hex stake could very well return something like 61,000, 62,000 hex of yield or more. Pretty good. Now at the time too as well, the t-shirt of a t-shirt if a t-shirt is worth a tenth of a BTC or something like that, in Bitcoin's well over this is 10 years from now, well over $1 million or maybe half $1 million. You're talking about something like $50,000 hopefully to $100,000. That this is so far from the future. We don't. This could be total horse shit. So, but just speculations, right? But the reason I like this sort of thing is like the reason I like those kind of stakes, starting them off closest to you to farthest away, is that if you did run out of funds, you can have some hex come out for you, kind of when you like, and you can sort of it's more. I think personally, it is more emotionally stable for someone to have the money start coming in sooner for them than later than them. Even though longer term you'd want something that's longer away because it pays you more, it's because emotionally you'll stick with it, and then over time you'll be able to kind of build it up over time, right? Because like, oh, okay, cool. But this is why I've added that whole feature of not staking for 23 and 24 on ehex. If you decide to stake on the phex side, that's something different.